Hello friends, I want to talk about the most common Ogre Magi mistake I see. It comes up almost every time I see this hero on one of my replay analysis streams, which you're free to join on Wednesdays at Twitch. See you there. This ability is awful for damage at level 1. It is 100 damage for 80 mana, which is about a third of your mana pool because you are tied for the lowest starting intelligence out of all intelligence heroes, and you get 75 damage out of it once you factor in the magic resist. Now a hero who has about 4 armor, you do about 60 damage for 1 auto attack. So you're getting about 80% of the value from an auto attack compared to the damage on Ignite. So if you use this ability at max range like this is not very good. In fact, I would say it's pretty bad. The best way is to use the slow. Whenever you cast this ability, you will always get the full value of the damage, but are you getting the value out of the slow? The correct way to use this is to slow a hero, get close, slow them, and then auto attack them and chase them while they're slowed and they can't get away from you because of that 20-second slow. Usually what happens when you don't have that slow is that maybe you get 1 or 2 auto attacks in and then they get away and you never catch up. And yeah, 2 auto attacks is not bad, but how about 2 more auto attacks plus the ignite damage? That is how you effectively use this ability. Let me show you some examples from one of the replays we did. So this one is actually fine. Even though you're at a good amount of distance away when casting this, it's not about you. You're using the slow so that your team can all catch up and they're all going to do a ton of damage. But if you don't slow Sven and you're all just walking the same speed he is, he's just going to run away from you all. Now granted, you guys are actually coming in from 2 directions, so you'd probably catch this guy unless he knew to run up. But this is why this slow is good. You're slowing him, everyone else is catching up, now they all get to use their spells, and you're going to pick up first blood. This is a fine usage. Now as you get up to the laning stage, you're trying to figure out how to approach the lane, trying to like sneak around the side, and so while you're in these trees, you decide to cast Ignite on Tusk, and this one is not good. So what you can see is that we're using Ignite, there's more of our mana pool, but we're behind these trees, and that means we're actually going to spend not just running up to Tusk, but also running around the trees, so that by the time we get to Tusk, we're not really going to get to auto attack him, even though he's slowed. Now Jug does come up and hit him once, but you can kind of hit once whenever. It's whether you're going to get multiple hits off, and whether you yourself are really going to do much in the laning stage. Now sometimes, right, if Jug is trying to spin on these heroes and you're far away, of course it is okay to slow, but in these kind of moments where we're not really going for that and we're just looking for harass, this kind of Ignite is really bad. It's going to hurt your laning stage because as soon as you get down on your mana pool, especially as you hit level 2 and maybe you want to start using Fire Blast, look, both your spells, the rest of this mana pool is gone. We're going to have to start eating into our mangoes. So we want to very effectively use our Ignites. Speaking of effective Ignites, this one's pretty good. So we're closer this time, much closer than from here to here. We could maybe be a little closer, but I'm not going to nitpick that hard. This is close enough, and then Ogre starts hitting. Maybe a little indecision there, but now starts going, and we have successfully hit Tusk once. We hit Pango 3 times. We did hit both of them with Ignite, and that's, technically a little bit more value rather than just hitting one hero, but you can't always control that. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I care about how many auto attacks did we get off while this hero was slowed. And bonus value, 2 melee creeps were chasing him, which means if he's slowed and they're getting to hit him as well, boom, even more value from our Ignite slow. And guess what? We again always got the full value of the damage, the 75 measly damage, but we got it. The cool thing about this is once you do it successfully once or twice, the enemy starts a learned behavior and they're going to start avoiding you. So this time when you're casting it here on Ogre Magi, this one is actually unnecessary. So here's the cast, and then we're walking up and trying to chase him away. Now overall, this is a decent opportunity. He's trying to get last hits, we can zone him away, you force him to use a spell. Overall, it's not bad, but we can kind of make this happen without using any of our mana. Instead of casting the spell here, all you have to do is actually just walk up to the Pangolier. Go stand right next to him right here, and he's going to be faced with a choice. Do I stay here and let Ogre get close to me, but I get to go for this last hit, or do I run away? And either way, we're going to be kind of okay with it. If we get close and this creep is still alive, you can go for the deny, and then guess what? Now there's nothing to do. Now you start hitting Pango in the face because he's next to you. And he runs away, and then maybe use Ignite and chase him down and hit him more. But he's kind of close to the tower, so probably not get the full value of the stun or the slow. But you could use it, and I'd be okay with it. And you're going to scare him away, and then you're going to get these 2 creeps. Or as you start to walk up, he goes, no, I'm already at 50% HP. If he does that again, I might die. I'm going to back away. Now, you walk up and you don't cast Ignite as he's running away because you've already accomplished what you want to. You pushed him away from these creeps and you're going to get the deny and the secure last hit on the range creep. You're going to be very happy without actually having to cast this spell. And he's just going to be standing back there watching you. And then funny enough, this is actually a great time to use the slow on Tusk because Jug is running up and you are already in front of him. So you're probably going to get in like 5 or 6 auto attacks as he runs through here slowed. Maybe you don't want Jug to come here because he might start missing creeps. But for you, that could be a great time to slow, right? You're already getting several auto attacks here. Imagine if he was slowed. It's now 1 minute and 30 into the laning stage, and we are out of mana, which means we're going to have to start eating our gold to get mana to then continue to be effective. And sometimes you got to do that, but it doesn't feel great. The longer you don't have to do that, the better, right? So the first spell cast, pretty good, no complaints. Second spell cast, we can cut that out. Save 80 mana, it didn't really do much to Tusk. Third spell cast was good. Fourth spell cast here is optional. So we're 80 to 160 mana higher than we are right now. You can do this with any hero, but there will be some differences. Some heroes are just really good at the damage to mana conversion, or switch that, mana to damage conversion, and they can just throw out spells for damage. But Ogre Magi is not one of those heroes, as you can see, but he does have high attack damage, so that's why to maximize your spells, you want to slow them with this and hit them rather than just throw this for damage. You can use it as a scare tactic. I'm okay with that, like full range Ignite and threaten to walk up so that they back off. I'm okay with that, but don't throw this out and then just back away. And you're like, well, I was just trying to damage them. It's just 75 damage at level 1. It's not good. Just auto attack them instead and save your mana. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that helpful. If you want one of your own games checked out, please drop by the Wednesday replay streams. Not just Ogre Magi, we look at other heroes, other roles. I will do my best to help you out. See you there.